Tula. You are watching a live CCW wrestling event.
I'm really nervous because I'm wrestling a really big man, but I got this. It's Pop the Cage. I can beat Brian Cage, I think. I got some.
We're happy to have him here today for his first debut at Coastal Championship Wrestling.
Well, as I see him here in front of us, he's not a big guy, but he's really well put together. He's in tremendous condition. It'll be interesting to see what he can do against the machine, Brian Cage, who certainly has a tremendous size advantage.
You know, as I sit here with my injury, I'm still not quite certain how this matchup came about. You would think Brian Cage would want somebody of bigger stature, but we'll see what KC Navarro brings here tonight.
Well, it was actually KC Navarro demanded this match. He really wants to prove himself here in Coastal Championship Wrestling, and his first encounter is going to be against one of the most tremendous talents in the wrestling business today, Brian Cage.
Man, what better way to put yourself on the map than challenge one of the biggest guys on any roster and one of the best superstars in wrestling today? So KC Navarro will have his hands full, but you get what you ask for sometimes.
Indeed you do, Bo. We're going to see what happens shortly. And this is the one they've been waiting for here at Helios Granite in Nashville. Brian Cage making his way to the ring. Enter the machine. There he is. Unbelievable.
Now you want to talk physical specimens. Brian Cage is the physical specimen. He's big, he's lean, he's fast, he moves like a cruiserweight. Unbelievable strength. There's a reason this guy's the best superstar in the business right now.
Yeah, his speed and agility are just uncanny for a man of his size.
I've had the privilege of being in the ring with him a few times, and he's an absolute freight train, and he can do almost any move known to man. Dan, you can tell there's a lot of AEW fans in the crowd tonight. They're obviously going to become CCW fans. KC Navarro is set. He's focused. But Brian Cage came out pumped up and he's ready to go.
Show of good sportsmanship. These two men certainly do respect each other. I didn't quite hear what Brian Cage said
there.
I didn't catch it either, but the fans reacted to it. Here we go. This is going to be a good one. Yeah, without a doubt. Incredible show of strength. Navarro cannot match strength with Brian Cage. An impossibility, though.
And my visual eyeballs here have Brian at about 260 or 270 and KC Navarro at a slight 140.
You think he's that light?
Just being around him, yes, he moves fast like a welterweight.
Well, he's put together though. Look at him. He's got a little bit.
And that's another sign too. Is he looks more like the fast, UFC type, boxer type, and Brian's clearly just playing with him right
now. He just propped him up on the top turnbuckle there, and gave him this little pat and said, "Yeah, come on, buddy." KC Navarro now, he's taking exception with that though. He's not here to be played with. He's here to fight. And Brian Cage better be careful because, on any given day, KC Navarro can put you away. I don't care about the size difference. And again, show of strength for Cage, but Navarro right back and a pat to the face of Brian Cage.
A little pet games from Casey. He might be a little too cocky there.
Catching the boot, flipping him over. Navarro under a clothesline. Wheelbarrow. Grabs the arm, going for the arm grab, but Cage just too strong. Navarro now going for the rolling reverse cradle. Cage holding onto the rope. Nice flip up and over his back, and a drop kick. He caught him in the jaw, and that one staggered him, Bo.
I mean, just watching Casey, I'm already a little tired. He flies around the ring for sure, Dan.
Cage is tossing him into the corner like a child. Going for the monkey flip, but no. Cage putting on the brakes. Navarro kicking the hand, though. Cage catching him right on his shoulders, and Navarro's in trouble. No, he lands on his feet like a cat, and against Shakur, he caught Cage, and Cage is staggered. And now it's a Hurricane Rana. Cage now to the outside, but he lands on his feet. Here comes Casey Navarro. He's very dangerous. Touch to the middle rope. The guardrail goes Brian Cage. Navarro throwing him back into the ring, and it looks like he's going to the top. And this is where he's dangerous. And that one took him off his feet. Kip up. Casey Navarro is here to fight.
Cage is rattled here, Danny. I don't think he was expecting this kind of cat-like maneuvers and just flying around at unbelievable speed.
Well, he's on his back and now into his knees and bending his way to his feet. But Casey Navarro showing us a lot here. Oh, get it. Oh, my goodness.
What a follow-up.
Sabat kick caught him right in the face. His size 12 or 13 covered the entirety of Casey Navarro's head.
You see the bounce and then you see that super kick out of nowhere. That could be... I need to write my mom just for Casey. Send him home.
Navarro is on Dream Street for sure. Cage headed into the turnbuckle and now driving his shoulder into the midsection of Casey Navarro. Oh, Navarro is almost broken in half. Knife edge chop, that's got to sting Navarro down to his knees.
They're still fighting, Casey. You can see it in his eyes, though. He's reeling, but he's still in this.
Cage now picking him up, though. Sends him across. Navarro under the clothesline, springboard, going for the crossbody, but Cage is too powerful and caught him in midair. And now he's doing curls with Casey Navarro. 7 curls, and he tosses him over. Navarro, though, landing almost on his feet, staggered a little bit, but certainly didn't take the fall that Brian Cage expected. But he certainly took a clothesline for Brian Cage on that one. Cage is just too big for him, but he's too big. Cage now, 619, are you kidding me?
I don't know Cage's California zip code, but we'll go 619 on that. You don't see 270-pound guys do that too often.
No, he's
or
amazing.
At all.
Just unbelievable. Goes for the cover, that's going to do it. 2. Oh, Navarro showing signs of life. Cage now grabbing a chin lock. All of his weight across the back and neck and head of Casey Navarro.
People don't know this, but Cage has progressively put on weight year after year after year, and he's maintained all of his cruiserweight movement. It's insane how athletic he really is.
Yeah, and you know, put on weight, yeah, but all in the right places. The guy's still lean as can be.
Yes, and being a bigger guy, I understand it, and I have nowhere near the athleticism of this guy. He just moves like a 185-pounder.
Yeah, without a doubt. Navarro now making his way back to a vertical base. A couple of shots, one to the back and one to the gut, and then a knee lift by Brian Cage.
And I should say with the power of a 270-pounder like that.
Yeah, indeed. And a right hand. Wow, he connected hard. Navarro is just staggered into the corner now. Navarro caught him coming in. The Cage recovered quickly. Navarro hanging on to the corner, trying to, as Cage tries to pulling him out by the waist. Nice sunset flip type maneuver. Could he pull the big man down, though? No, Cage putting on the brakes again. Grabbing Navarro by the throat and suplexing him overhead. Unbelievable, Brian Cage with an unreal show of strength. I understand the fact that Casey Navarro is not a big guy, but still, from where he was position-wise, he just chucked him. Unreal.
You can't call that belly to belly, Dan. That was just literally Brian Cage head to neck, send him to the moon.
Hey, grabbed him by the side of the head.
Boca Stone Design, from fabrication to installation of natural stone and quartz. Sick of seeing the same old kitchen? Revamp with us. Call us today or check us out online at bocastonedesign.com. Hey CCW fans, you're watching Alive Wrestling. Don't forget to click subscribe and the notification button so you know when every episode drops.
But Navarro, give credit where credit is due. He's not going to go down without a fight. He kicked out at 2.
Still in the mix. Still
Man, I'm
wants
just
more.
amazed by the unbelievable guts and determination of KC Navarro.
Brian Cage is
now,
laughing
yeah,
now. He's literally playing like he's
with
a
him.
hamster.
He's poking at him, and there's no effect behind those blows. He's not meant to. Navarro now making his way back to his feet, and they slapped him in the face. Now, I don't understand that, though. He went for the kick, Cage caught it, and caught him with an enziguri that time, and staggered him a bit. And the code breaker, he got all of it. He got all of it. He's got to roll over and cover him, but he's not. He's too hurt. He's flat on his back. The referee administering the count. Both men are down. The referee's up to a 2 count.
You know, a slap like that sometimes catches you so off guard with the audacity of it, then it sets up the next move, and that might have been what KC did there. Just blatantly slap a big man like Cage is
not a wise move, but now referee got to an 8 count, but both men now back on their feet. Navarro delivering a clothesline. Cage says, bring it on. Drop kick. Knocked him back a little bit, but Cage still has a look of fury on his face, saying, come on, bring all you got. He sidesteps him, and Navarro, like a cat or a spider or something, twisted in the ropes. Oh my goodness, up and over the top rope, and a drop kick on the way down to Brian Cage's face. And now, he was going for the tornado DDT, but Cage blocked it, just put on the brakes, and again, incredible strength of Navarro, adjusting in midair, and a jawbreaker. Navarro now off the second rope, going for the moonsault, but Cage caught him. And a tornado DDT as KC Navarro adjusts in midair, he could have him. 2! Cage powers out. What an exchange. Unbelievable, both men the worse for wear. But KC Navarro brought more to Brian Cage than I think that he ever thought he would bring.
KC went for that spinning DDT. He got countered, then he made it into a chin buster or cutter, and then he went back to it again, and that time it hit. That's unbelievable craftiness, Dan.
Cage flat on his back, and you don't see that often.
Navarro looking to the top. What's he gonna do?
He is. He's going to the outside. He's looking for a top rope type maneuver, and he's perched on the top rope now. Let's see what he's got in mind. Going for the double stomp, but Cage is out of the way. Navarro charging Cage now, but a Cage over the top goes Navarro, and a kick by Cage. Cage now on the second rope. Bringing for a superplex right from the floor, over the top rope, and down he goes. Unbelievable. 1, 2. Navarro gets out. Amazing.
Navarro's still fighting, Dan. This is an unbelievable fight from this kid. Cage just gave him a superplex from the second rope. Outside in the hard way.
Cage showing signs of frustration. What has he got to do to put away KC Navarro?
We haven't yet seen Cage's patented finisher. That might be what it takes, unbelievably. Oh, here we go. Signature.
He's going for it, and if he hits it, it's over. No, KC Navarro adjusting again, and a Hurricane Rana as Cage hits the corner. Navarro now. Are you kidding?
No.
He's not going to be able to get him up on his shoulders. Cage is too big. But Cage now hooking him. Oh, and a ripcord forearm caught him hard on the side of the head. And now the pump handle. Cage first goes Navarro down to the mat. Cage covers him. That's going to do it. 1, 2. And no! He rolled his shoulder. Cage can't believe it. Navarro has got guts galore.
Crowd 1 and 3. Navarro says no way. He is still
unbelievable. I don't think Brian Cage can believe his eyes. He's saying, get up.
like a slinky, man. This kid just keeps coming back, and everybody loves him. Navarro,
he's on his knees now, using the ropes to help himself up. Cage just stalking him. Duck that, this is clothesline, and a kick, and an inaugural. Cage now down on his knees. Navarro needs to capitalize. Ooh, a spinning kick! He caught him on the jaw, he got all of it, but Cage come across with a discus clothesline, he got him! He's covered him 1, 2, then oh, I can't believe it again! He kicked out. Unbelievable.
Counter power with power sometimes. That was a nasty discus lariat from Cage.
What a match we're seeing. What tremendous intestinal fortitude on the part of KC Navarro, and Brian Cage pulling out every stop, but he can't put him away. Now going for it again.
Still signing that signature.
Oh! Reverses it! 1, 2! Oh my goodness gracious. Unbelievable. Reversed it into a power bomb. It's unreal. This KC Navarro, he's pulled out all the stops, but he still has not put away Brian Cage. What has he got left in his bag of tricks? He hoisted him on his shoulders, but he staggered. He didn't have him. He dropped him, and he might have gotten DDT'd in the process. But Navarro now going to the top rope again. Brian Cage lying prone in the center of the ring. Frog splash, and he nailed it. 1, 2. Cage able to kick out.
So much damage on Navarro. He wasn't quite able to pull off whatever maneuver he was trying to attempt there, Dan, but his frog splash hit with money.
He hit it on the money, as you said, but Cage is just too powerful.
The power move beforehand, there's just too much wear and tear on Navarro. He just didn't have enough in his body to hoist 270 pounds like that.
No, he couldn't hold him up there without a doubt. Navarro now back to the corner. Cage trying to make his way to his feet.
Flying frog splash was enough. What does Navarro have now?
Navarro going for it all, but Cage slams him hard to the mat. Brian Cage now waist locks him up. Has him in a crucifix tight. He's got. Oh, forget it! I don't even know what to call it, but it's enough for a 3 count. Good night. He had him in a crucifix. He spun him around with a DDT type maneuver. Unbelievable. Brian Cage shows why he is known as The Machine. Victorious here at Helios Granite. Enter the Machine, the title of the card. And Brian Cage has shown everybody here why he is The Machine. Unbelievable. What a match. What a night of action here in Nashville, Tennessee. Wrestling fans, you've been treated to a great one. We hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you again at Helios Granite in the month of May for Lucha Mania 2.
I'm smarter than the average bear.